get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my hair, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag a bulk me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Come on. Go. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. They go play action here on first down. That's complete to Robinson. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Trubisky will throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Pressure Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Trubisky to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 27 yards there, a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets. And he's
got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Rodgers. Incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let him know. Hey, 88.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to let one go deep for... Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. Parker, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Crunch. Back north. 45.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. Robinson's got it. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Check 42, come on. Check.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is Parker, complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Trubisky to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers going to throw again. And this will be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays the game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed. And another example. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Letting one go deep. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Rodgers now to throw, and Graham's got it, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Play action. It's Trubisky. Nowhere to return here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Zadarius Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on second and long. Trubisky. And he finds Parker here, complete. Play action. Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. The Chicago first down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky. On first down, Trubisky. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Hey, echo. I got you, punk. 91 is the mic. You gonna see me again.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On third and goal, Trubisky. Now he stepped, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken from the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. He's picked off near his own 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the boot.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this one. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Demarcus Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to get a score back. Extra point up and good by Crosby. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 22-yard line.
Go!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
That is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check, check. Lucky. Red. Hey, wahoo!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Escaping the pressure and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He finds Robinson. 21 yards there on 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Alert.
Trubisky will throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now it's Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Rodgers again now. It's caught outright by Graham. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Rodgers now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Rodgers throwing complete here to St. Brown. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field is, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. 27 yards there, a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. To try again after the sack. Rodgers caught by Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Jump out!
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. I'm coming after you. 6'6", pull it high. Shoot. Hey, box drop. Shoot.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who have had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Hey, Charlie.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he finds Parker here, complete. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, Trubisky going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now. She's going.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the 49ers have just scored for some more cushion. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Jones has it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Robinson's got it, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Rodgers toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimous St. Brown, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Rodgers. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they continue to keep pace for that first round.